Hey citizens, this is Basil Marceaux.com. Someone stole my .com and it's now owned by someone in Romania. So now I have to go by Basil Marceaux 007.com. I'm here at the Hamilton County Criminal Court in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Over the last 6 years since I've been famous, the higher court of Tennessee in Knoxville was very good to me. Well, and I was standing there for all of us. So let's say they've been good to all of us. When the question to the Tennessee Criminal Court of Appeals in Knoxville, when, "Sir, I was arrested by the city police, found guilty in their city court. They transferred me to the Criminal Court of Appeals, Hamilton County Criminal Court, by the way, a grand jury." So when I got to grand jury, I asked the higher court, "Can criminal court hear my case from city court?" They said it's settled law that all cities in Tennessee are civil and can't hear any state crimes, only city ordinances. No ordinance should mirror state crime because of the punishment factor. Over here in the county, you get 2 years for car insurance. Over here in the city, if it was an ordinance, it'd be a first offense $5. No court fees, no court costs, no appeal costs, and a right to a free trial de novo. That's trial DE_NOV, which means you go to a circuit court where you have a civil hearing. The judge there in circuit court is instructed to use only Sessions Court protocol law in his circuit court during my trial. Now, once we proved to the court in this trial de novo case that I'm right, well then he would be a mandamus judge, where he sanctions the city, the state, and county for overruling the Supreme Court. Now it's hard to get these judges to go along with this higher court because in both cases, the criminal court would be non-existent and the circuit court would have to hear all the cases for free. But I'm here now, these hallways are full. These four courtrooms right there are full of cases that the Supreme Court says is supposed to be in circuit court, and they do it all at gunpoint and overrule the Supreme Court. I want to bring everybody's attention. 30,000 soldiers died in Iraq, 50,000 wounded. And the reason we went there was because Saddam Hussein did not listen to his criminal court. And he shot people, or their Supreme Court. Here in Tennessee, I'm sorry to report to you, the best soldier in the nation with the highest oath of the land, protect and defend land and sea, domestic and foreign, against all enemies. That they're not listening. They're not listening. So I just wanted to bring this to you. But before I go, right now there is a couple of people that ripped their docket numbers out of circuit court and went over to circuit court, and by saying, "I've been waiting for a year for city court to put me in the right court." But instead, they put me in a double jeopardy court and overruled the Supreme Court of Tennessee. and the Constitution. Now, a couple minutes ago, I sat in each one of these courtrooms and listened. Not one lawyer used City of Chattanooga versus Myers, the City of Chattanooga versus Davis. I made a song of that on my website. It's called No, 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 What You Say. And Davis, the Attorney General, told the Supreme Court that the city is forcing him to violate his law, of making him come into city courts and prosecute people. On the other hand, the Supreme Court says because Davis didn't have standing, he wasn't arrested, he wasn't in jail, he wasn't shot or wasn't killed or beat up, he had no damage, he had no standing. So they decided not to listen to the Tennessee Attorney General or whoever it was, general that was there, and said, he has no standing. We just have to wait till a future case. Well, that's been 15 years now, citizens. 15 years since that case. In 15 years, everybody the Attorney General was talking about being forced to arrest illegally has been continuing to do it at gunpoint. I don't know how everybody else feels about that. I just think we're supposed to have higher court. If we're not going to listen to them, why don't we just close them down and save that six-figure income times 15 people? But out of those 15 judges in Tennessee Criminal Court, 9 ruled cities are civil in the many cases I had, 15 of them. In the Supreme Court, 9 of them ruled cities are civil in the past. And no one cares. The DA flies the right flag, the red, white, and blue, out by his front door, where the judge flies the red, white, and blue with gold wrapped around it. And then when questioned, he says the Supreme Court ruled that it's okay to add beauty to the flag, saying the flag wasn't beautiful enough. So ain't that a crap-a-pooper? Because the flag is beautiful. Anyone that says it's not is a traitor. So it's coming soon for election for 2018. So I'm going to let you know that I'm all planning to run for governor again. So I'm looking for all my citizens to tell 100 people about me. So this time around, I would have more than 3,000 votes. So, have a nice day. God bless. And like Paul Harvey said, it always comes better in two-part stories. But I know, maybe he was wrong. This is my 10,000th story. And your citizens are doing very well out there. Clicking on my websites, clicking on my videos, calling me on the telephone at all hours of the night. And I answered the phone. For 6 years, when any time you called, my phone was answered or called back. But that isn't the same with most politicians. You can't even find their phone number. And if you do, somebody else answered it and said he's not here. So, check out my songs on my internet. No, 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 What You Say, and You're a Dead Letter. Both true stories. And I'll catch you next time on the web. Bye-bye now.